I just want to read a little quote from the Course of Miracles that I think came into your mind when you chose the word choose again. It says, whenever we are depressed or upset and pray for the Holy Spirit's help, His response to our prayer will come through a relationship that needs healing. The manner in which our guilt is experienced will be matched in the opportunity for forgiveness presented to us. In each and every encounter, the Holy Spirit gently speaks to us in our need and saying, choose once again. What does the quote say to you?
No, that sums it up. So my brother, choose again. It's a beautiful, beautiful little passage you just read. In a practical sense, for people that don't want to get involved with the Course in Miracles, and you absolutely don't have to be involved in the Course in Miracles. It happens to be a tool that I use and absolutely love, but it's not essential. What you can do, which does exactly the same thing that you just read, when I'm upset or when my partner's upset or when a friend of mine is upset, I can say, it looks to me like you're upset. And if I'm upset, it means that I'm believing something that's not true. Yeah. Let's look at that together. Yeah. Let's choose again. Let's choose another way of seeing this. And then having done that, let's choose another eye to look at this. Let's ask our loving self to look at this. So in the quote, it uses the word Holy Spirit, which upsets a lot of people. Yeah. It's a very loaded religious word. To me, it just means love. I just want to make abundantly clear that this whole program, all the teachings have nothing to do with religion, but it has everything to do with spirituality. Yeah. So within me, there is a loving self. And that loving self can be called the capital S self, it can be called God, it can be called the Holy Spirit, it can be called whatever you want to call it, the Buddha mind. It doesn't matter. But that loving self is within every single person on the planet. Yeah. Accessing that loving self is what this work is about. Because that loving self will never stand up and say, hey, listen to me. I've got a different way of doing this. It will not do that till it's invited. And that's what your quote also talked about. So till I genuinely ask, is there another way of seeing this? And if I do that genuinely, I'll get an answer that's loving in proportion to how genuine my question was. So if my question is, you just bought a new car and I'm driving that old clunker, and I'm asking the Holy Spirit, please help me get a new car because Søren has such a nice car, nothing's going to happen. Because it doesn't. My loving self really doesn't care what car I drive. On the other hand, the kind of car I drive may be a reflection of who I think I am. Yeah. So if I have a belief in lack, that belief in lack may, and I'm really emphasizing may, become clear to the outside world by the kind of car I drive. It's not absolute, because there's a lot of people that drive unbelievably expensive cars that have a really powerful belief in lack, but have masked it by buying cars. So really, you cannot go necessarily by what someone has in their environment, but you can go by how they feel. So if I'm completely happy with my old clunker, then it's not an issue of lack. No. If I feel frustrated that you can buy a car and I work so hard and I cannot buy a car, then that's a different issue. Yeah.